So today we're going to talk about the fundamentals of red ball cricket, and I'm going to talk about three specific fundamentals. I like to keep things really simple. Cricket is a simple game. Yes, it is bloody tough, but at the basis of it, when you talk about batting, it is still bat versus ball. So I'll try to do my best to simplify it. Hopefully you'll get something out of it. Now the three fundamentals I'll be talking about today will revolve around leaving the ball, blocking the ball, and finally scoring runs. Now number one, leaving the ball, which we also call knowing your off stump. Now I don't like to take sides, but it's probably the most important one out of all of them. You can have a good defense, you can have as good a defense as you want, but if you're playing at balls that are missing fifth stump, sixth stump, whatever it may be, at some stage the ball's going to catch your edge, something's going to happen. So knowing your off stump is one of the most important things to set up a good base for red ball cricket. All the best players in the world know where their off stump is. Whether you bat on leg stump, middle stump, off stump, or outside off stump, it doesn't matter, because without knowing it, you can't leave the ball properly. And every time you leave the ball, technically you can't really get out unless you leave the ball on off stump or middle stump. I've been there. But putting that aside, it is the simplest way through getting through a good delivery without any risk. Hence why knowing your off stump is one of the most important things of building a good red ball innings. Now number two, playing the ball late. All the best batsmen in the world have a great defense, and what makes a defense really good is how they play the ball. One of the best in the world I've seen this is Kane Williamson, and I'm sure you've seen it. The commentators always talk about it, how late he actually plays the ball when he defends. Now the beauty of this is, even if the ball does a little bit off the seam, he's got such soft hands in the position that he's in that even if it hits the edge, the ball rarely carries to the slips. And that's one thing that every red ball cricketer should be practicing, because you're not going to be able to hit the ball in the middle of the bat every single time. The wicket's allowed to do a bit of variation. So you've heard it before, the front foot defense is always the most important thing for red ball cricket. That is what everything is based around. No matter your Virender Sehwag or Rahul Dravid, they both have defenses. Yes, they played cricket very differently and were both great cricketers, but they all built around a solid base. I will do a separate video on the defense and playing the ball late. It is one of the most important things of the game and cannot be done in one video, so stay tuned, it is coming. Now the third and last fundamental of batting is knowing your strengths. Now it's all about scoring. You will know straight away where your strengths are. Whether you're really strong on the leg side, strong on the off side, you'll have that known straight away. So don't fight it. Work with it. There's a reason why a lot of players that crab across their stumps to off stump, outside off stump, is because they're strong leg side players and they want to get in line with the ball. Where some other guys might be staying more leg side of the ball, staying more leg stump, because they like the offside more and they're trying to free that up. As I've said in so many videos, there's no right and wrong. So make sure you just play to your strengths. You have all day to bat. Hey, in some cases you might have 2 days to bat. So if you're ticking off fundamental 1, you're ticking off fundamental 2, fundamental 3 should take care of itself. You have no time pressure. I already mentioned Dravid earlier. He had one of the best defenses in the world. He was the guy who would bat all day and would just say, look, I trust my defense. I know where my off stump is. You can try to get me out and I'll just hit to my strengths. We've also talked about Virender Sehwag, who's also one of my favourite cricketers of all time. He was the guy who batted on the leg stump and said, look, you're going to bowl here and I'm going to play on the offside. And if you get any bit of width, I'm going to absolutely smack you. And how good was he? So recapping the three fundamentals: knowing your off stump, playing the ball late, and playing to your strength. I promise you, if you do these three things over and over again and get better at them, you will go a long, long way to being a better red ball cricketer. So I hope that's helped. I'll talk more in detail about some of these things, probably all these three fundamentals in their own separate video. But until now, get practicing. Hope it works well.